Stakeholders call for establishment of additional 20,000 primary schools nationwide to address educational needs of citizens. Uyo residents lament poor refuge management in the metropolis and call for urgent intervention. Plus, Chief Executive Officer of Nature Renaissance International presents 6 cars to his partners in Uyo. Hello there, and many thanks for joining us on the news tonight. I am Kevin Samuel with details of the headlines and other stories. Do stay with us, and please note that this broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times Channel 103 and of course our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. Do well to like our pages for regular updates. Now, moving forward, the Chief Executive Officer of Nature Renaissance International Limited, Professor Clinton Odeagbe, has presented 6 cars to his business partners as part of his 51st birthday celebration in Uyo. John Paul Alumina report that the event brought together partners and distributors of the company from different parts of the country. The report.
The beneficiaries of the car gifts congratulated the celebrant on his birthday.
I feel very much excited for receiving a car award today. My heart is filled with joy. I bless the name of the Lord for his grace, his favor, bringing me to this level and to this point.
The company actually is a vision. It has come to save the people of Africa, Nigeria and Africa at large.
The celebrant, Professor Clinton Brown Odeagbe, explained that he founded Nature Renaissance International Limited to use African herbs to cure illnesses, considering the poor economy of many African nations, including Nigeria. He revealed that his herbal products cure many illnesses and it is certified by NAFDAC, hence its acceptance by the people.
We need to encourage industrialization. We need to encourage agriculture and food production. We need to fine-tune our African traditional medicines.
Many of the partners and distributors were recognized with silver, platinum, and diamond awards, while others were decorated for their outstanding contributions to the company.
Because it picked me from nowhere. If I said from nowhere, it's not as if you don't have food to eat, but in a position his company keep me to him now.
Nara is our company, this is our own. Thank God I say yes, I can today.
Just celebrated, look at my road gold, and what surprised me most, this early morning, guess what? The company splashed me with $500,000, qualified for award of this company, and it was really awesome.
High points of the event were cutting of the 51st anniversary cake, official presentation of the cars to the beneficiaries, and launching of Yes I Can project. In Uyo, John Paul Alumina, NTA News.
The 36th anniversary of Akwa Ibom State, the Unity School Old Students Association Akwa Ibom State chapter has put smiles on the faces of children at Mother Charles Walker Children's Home, Annual Fort Uyo. Emily Omo report that their warm visitation is to give the children a sense of belonging.
People are born into the world full of uncertainties, some with parents to cater for their needs, while others do not have caregivers. The orphanage home is a place where children without parents are given a hope for a bright future. Visits like this one by Unity Schools Old Students Association, Akwa Ibom State Chapter, is a source of hope for orphanages in this home. Expressing the love for the children, the visitors assured them that all hope is not lost as they will achieve God's purpose for their lives.
To mark the 36th anniversary of Akwa Ibom State, we, the Unity Schools Ex-Students Association, we are here to rejoice with these children, to give them a sense of belonging, that okay, we are celebrating.
Can we do before
birth of our state. Today Akwa Ibom is 36. And we're here to show love with these children and to give them hope. And as our theme says, we are better together. So we all came together to say we love them and greater Akwa Ibom. To mark the state's 36th anniversary, we decided to visit the motherless the babies' home here to show them love, to tell them there's a greater tomorrow for them, better days ahead for them, and to tell them that they can actually fulfill destiny.
The children and the administrator of the home were joyous as they appreciate the gift items by Uso Sons.
We thank God that God is keeping us. Some of the children have entered university, some are in secondary school, and these little ones at home at this time. We want to thank God for the Unity School for coming to visit them.
On behalf of the Mother Joseph community, say thank you. May God bless you abundantly in the mighty name. Amen.
Mother Charles Walker Children's Home is 15 years since its existence and housed 68 children. The visit to the home was to celebrate the 36th anniversary with them.
Stronger together.
In Uyo, Emediomo, NTA News.
Moving forward, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Nyaodon Daeyu, is inviting the university's Senate staff, students and interested members of the public to the 94th inaugural lecture of the University of Uyo. The 94th inaugural lecture is entitled The Educational Psychologist, an unsung catalyst in a dysfunctional society, will be delivered by Professor Imabong David Akpan, a professor of educational psychology, Department of Psychological Foundations of Education, Faculty of Education, University of Uyo. A statement signed by the Registrar and Secretary to Senate, Mrs. Blossom Okorie, indicates that the inaugural lecture will take place on Thursday, September 28, 2023, at the 1,000-seater capacity Ted-Fon Auditorium main campus of the university along Waneba Road by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. All invited guests are expected to be seated in the lecture auditorium by 2:45 in the afternoon. Meanwhile, there is need for additional 20,000 schools, primary schools nationwide, to be able to provide conducive learning environment for all Nigerian children. This was part of submissions of stakeholders at the Basic Education Bootcamp Summit held in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. The report. Improving access to quality education for all children in Nigeria towards achieving SDG 4 is a theme of this summit organized by the Federal Ministry of Education. Stakeholders here have one thing in mind, which is seeking solutions to various setbacks affecting basic education across the country, such as lack of conducive learning environment, non-employment of qualified teachers, among others.
And without having effective teachers, the optimum number of teachers in the classrooms, in our schools, it will be very difficult for us to achieve the purposes for which we have established those schools.
As we strive to ensure that every child receives a quality education that lays the foundation for a prosperous future.
Brazil, because they're short of school buildings, they have several sessions running, so they have a morning school, an afternoon school, and then an early evening school, and that works for them.
Akwa Ibom State Governor Moen Owai, decrying the level of decay in the education sector, assures that his administration will not leave anything to chance in enhancing basic education in the state.
It underscores our commitment and passion to get education right from the basic education stage, because we believe in the philosophy of catching them young from the cradle.
Paper presentations and panel discussions all geared towards finding lasting solutions to issues affecting basic education in the country featured prominently. In Uyo, still to further discuss issues surrounding basic education in the country and the way forward, we have in the studio tonight the Minister of State for Education, Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sununu. You're welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you for having me here.
All right, sir. We understand you are in the state to declare open the summit on issues regarding basic education in the state. What are those things that you believe are the major concerns in the area, in the sector, as far as this country is concerned, sir?
Thank you very much, and let me start by, first of all, thanking the government and good people of Akwa Ibom for the rousing receptions they have accorded us since we arrived, and also for the active participation by virtually all the members of the State Executive Council when the governor declared the boot camp summit open. Well, if you look at it, we have to look at a nation, and we want to have a nation that is prosperous, that is also wealthy, and being respected in the community of nations. And the only way out for that is to see how we can reposition our educational sector so that it can serve the purpose it's meant for.
Okay.
And in that regard, we came up with a policy that let us come together for the first time to have a boot camp that will x-ray all the challenges that affect the basic education, which is also the bedrock upon which further development and progress of education is going to be built on.
Okay.
And then we came here, and as of today, we're able to look at it critically. The Executive Secretary of the Universal Basic Education and our international consultant made a lot of revelation during the deliberation, most especially on the challenges. And what are the major challenges? The challenges have to be with the pillars upon which education is built on.
Okay.
Those pillars include, one, the issue of infrastructure.
Okay.
Global, nationally, we have infrastructural decay, though the decay varies from one state to other, and then also even in the state, within the state, from one region to other.
Okay.
But overall, there is need for us to focus in making infrastructure available, and this infrastructure is not only the classroom that you are going to build as a block.
Okay.
Must be carried along with some functional instrument like the furnitures that furnitures, instructional materials,
okay,
and also what will make students be comfortable where they are. For example, simple latrine may not be seen as important, but for a child at least of 9, 10, 15 years, need to have where he can easily, conveniently go and ease himself. Okay. So these are all the infrastructure we are saying there is general decay.
Okay.
And also the issue of funding itself. When you look at the funding of education, as right now, we have about 8% of the funding, and you can even see, even the governor of Akwa Ibom State made it clear that he is going to improve on the funding of education. And more or less, he also said he's going to be paying much attention to basic education. This really come in alignment with the view of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's regime to reposition education so that we can have this thing. Currently at national level, our funding is within 8% of the consolidated revenue fund of the federal government. And the president came up with a political will to extend that funding to almost 25% of consolidated revenue fund.
Okay.
And you know, once that is done, we have more fund, and more fund will now be used to address other infrastructural issues. Now, the other major issues also have to do with manpower, human resource for education. As you know, we have seen so many gaps. People are aging and retiring. Others are also leaving towards the diaspora. But the commensurate employment to replace those that have gone is not being matched forward with.
Okay.
And you must also know that we have the federal government. The basic education, as far as in terms of manpower personnel is concerned, is the issue of the state and local government. Most officially local government. So here, that's why you can see even the representative of Governors Forum was there, and he made it clear actually there is that zeal and political will by governors, but actually of all the states to increase funding in education. And once that is done, I'm sure the human resource personnel will be one of the issues that will listen. The federal government too did not stay at that. If you look at the basic, in terms of the distribution of fund available to Universal Basic Education Commission, not only that there is a matching grant, there's also grant for teacher and manpower improvement. So it's going to be a paripa so that we're going to work together and this. Now, what is the other major issue that I've mentioned is also the issue of security challenges. This is not only limited to the northeast or northwest. In most of other countries, other part of the countries, there are also security challenges. With this part investment that we are going to have, if the school are not secured, the environment are not secured, the children cannot be comfortably go there and then say they want to seek of education, because otherwise, even if no matter how you have the zeal, you also want to be alive to get that education. And then we are also looking about in the 8 parts agenda of Mr. President, security of life and property is also featured also prominently. And
Yes.
you hear, that's why this morning everybody had
Yes, I was about asking what measures are.
Marching order for all those kidnapped students to be released in the shortest possible time.
Okay.
Now, if you look at all those things now, education infrastructure, when you have that, how do you go about it? We must have a right policy. And then in that policy, that's why we have come up with a roadmap committee that is currently working to harness all this engagement we are doing. And even in my speech, I made mention that clearly that the outcome of this and what is deliberated will be forwarded to roadmap committee,
Yes.
so that it can be put together to ensure that educational issues are addressed.
Okay. Now, given the fact that both yourself and the president are just barely about 100 days thereabout in the office, and Nigerians are really looking out to hear and to see in action, what are those plans? What assurances are you giving to the people, not just Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria as a whole, as far as basic education is concerned in this country?
You see, what is the most important issue is to say that we have the political will. We have a president that has political will, and we have a president that matches words with actions.
Okay.
And that political will can mean a lot, and the ministry is also trying to leverage on this political will of themselves to make it better. The issue that we want to say, where I can assure students that we are this, in the last 4 weeks we have been briefed by the problem successes of the ministry.
Okay.
A major issue we realize is that there are many different departments and parastatals working for the same goal, but in a different direction.
Okay.
So what we now want is to have an alignment. We have the unity of purposes. We bring all the combined resources together and might give them marching order, and we'll see how we can align with them. For example, right now we also have issue. One of the major issues I wanted to mention is the number of children out of school, which is very important issue that we must address. It's a time bomb.
Okay.
Right now we have almost 10,600,000 young men outside school.
Okay.
Now we have to add this in, and that's why there is a commission currently now that is going to address the issue of Almajiri, which is more common in the northern part of the country, and then the out of school children that is more common here in the southern part of the country. So the two are going to be working pari passu with universal basic education, with non-formal adult mass literacy, adult and non-formal education commission, and then the Department of Basic Education in the ministry, to see how we can work together and then move together with joint effort in collaboration with state universal basic education, so that we can move the education forward. And I believe it's doable.
All right, thank you so much. And to you viewers, if you're just joining us, we have been discussing issues surrounding basic education and the way forward with the Minister of State for Education, Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sununu, who is in Akwa Ibom State for the boot camp in the education sector. Doctor, sir, it's good to have you in the studio once again tonight.
Thank you.
It's obvious that you have a whole lot to say about the issues regarding basic education in the country. But however, we have just a very limited time to discuss this. Maybe we will find a larger time where we'll bring you up to discuss further in detail more issues in this regard, sir.
Thank you very much. I must thank the management of the Akwa Ibom State, NTA Uyo, for giving me this prime time to say one or things on our mission in Akwa Ibom State for Nigeria. And
all right.
I do believe that together we can move it forward. Thank you.
All right, now let's take a few commercials. Thereafter, news continues.
Rose Bay Hotel. Come, feel the luxury of our contemporary hotel. We offer lodging and accommodation. Stay at our deluxe executive and luxury suite for your comfort. Experience extravagant dining and delicious meals by expert chef. Lounge at our exquisite VIP bar. Enjoy 24 hours power supply with free Wi-Fi services. Our security system is top-notch to ensure your safety. Ample parking space and laundry services available. The ambience is serene to make your stay memorable. We are located at number 1 Julius Pageant Road off House of Assembly Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For reservations, Call 070-650-41139. Roseville Hotel, hospitality at its best.
Children's Summit 2023. NTA Channel 12 for your presence, a special children's program tagged Children's Summit to commemorate the 36th anniversary of Akwa Ibom State and Nigeria at 63.
Children's Summit is a speech-making event designed for pupils in primary 4 to 6 and students in JSS 1 to 3, drawn from both public and private schools in Akwa Ibom State.
The program will avail children the opportunity to air their views on their expectations as regards good governance with the theme Good Governance, its impact on the Akwa Ibom child.
Date October 19, 2023.
Venue Civil Service Auditorium, Idonga Secretariat, Uyo.
Time 10 a.m. prompt.
Participating schools should register the programs department on or before October 5, 2023.
For details, call on 0802-546-0261
or manage your programs on 0813-223-5412. We are grateful to the following sponsors: Reverend Dr. Mandu Datam, Resident Electoral Commissioner, INEC, Delta State, Office of the Head of Service, Akwa Ibom State. Most sponsors are welcome. Children's Summit, promoting healthy competitions among school children.
Water is life. Aqua Cardinali Water provides the highest quality drinking water. Aqua Cardinali Water is owned by the Catholic Diocese of Uyo, produced and packaged by Cadisem Enterprises Nigeria. It is available in 19 liters dispenser jar, 60 cl sachet, 50 cl and 75 cl table water. Visit Aqua Cardinali Water at number 34 Dominic Utuk Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Drink Aqua Cardinali Water. Tested, trusted, certified by NAFDAC and Standard Organization of Nigeria. For inquiries, call 0903-288-2958. Aqua Cardinali Water. Drink pure. Stay healthy.
Welcome back and many thanks for staying tuned. Now, to end the news tonight, another look at the major stories. Stakeholders have called for establishment of additional 20,000 primary schools nationwide to address educational needs of citizens. Uyo residents have lamented poor refuse management in the metropolis and called for urgent intervention. You also heard in the news that Chief Executive Officer of Nature Residence International has presented 6 cars to partners in Uyo. Those are the much we can take on the news tonight. I remain Kevin Samuel, wishing you all the best tonight.
Etang ebo yakukara emane siak mufong with primary ayoko iba 1,000 edap kirut nyan. Bono woken kan koko yese me banga usong nanga eriok erikama metie uruang ambio ken kan kok uyo. Akama kamando temu fakutum Nature Renaissance International ari memoti tioket ano mbono wo kuyo. Akwa Ibom mi ko mo yang medu we medi mo samson yai ko membok nyen sini no mu foken dubre yomi Ekjang ibu ku fono bau kara erisi aku fa ufong wit ame primary ayoko ibat 1000 erap kefat idut nyen mana teori kan inon dito ufong wit eti ukbempo yeti engkan kok ubo ukbempo ami edo iko ame mangwanda iso wo kikbage ufong wit usem pombanga nutem kirut nyen Eke tangana eke ni bono ekoto Basic Education Bootcamp Summit kuyo Akwa Ibom State yaiko member komi. Kembono ame ministry esegem kwa bangan luto mo fong wedeke tumo kikoy wood akedogo erirepe ndaga ufong wet no afan tugo yan kirut nyen keriniye unen kendutam ekoto SDG 4. Me kaman nutamaro ekeni akikere eriye musong ngpan nyongtre mempo afanake anyongarom bakukut ono ikbage ufong wet kirut nyen nte unai tie ubo kbempo unai didat me ntien dikbe kutum korom mention sio mpomfen adai wuru Akwa Ibom State Pastor Moino nanga ketangi ko abanga nanga mem bakukut abakikbage ufong wet anyema bo kayu karimo esenifok Keri kenbu ke pan me utobiong aseke ba kikbaga ufong wet ke state army. Kemen sio ukbempo ekenero akire riye musong ediben uforo yang kori ndi kenutem ubo ukbempo kikbaga ufong wet yeritre ubiong mbagukut yemfana abaga kemmi kbaga ufong wet kirut nyan. Mikuyo Adai wood ufo utemeri yang akente Nature Renaissance International Limited atai fio Clayton no diabe ademe mboto itio kera no ngambunne na mandubega kufa utemodo nteno amenye abenedara usene manamo iswa aba meduboke nko dina madu akedari tieme kuyo nko mbonowo ke mention sio state kirut nyan emari wana yaiko membomi Kemiko ametu musorodo aketanga atai fio Clayton Brown odiagbe ama aboki mo ikisiak ufo utomeko to Renaissance International Limited kedi kama iboku kangen nkok mention sio urongo kekeneke nangam posong iragame kirut nyan yeke Afrika anye ama tangabo kiboksi mo inam adunti bok ukangen eko to African Herbal Products adu ibok ama kok mention sio urongo nko kenabdak emay no imo unyame yang wet unen nko keri bok afon nombuno wo kirem atai tieti kerinam adu mbuno wo eke bereke ye ufo utomoro emay bo meno ukbono kensio ikbage eko to silver platinum ye diamond award kini usokake bogo eno ukbono kekene kenseni faka mo kerinam no ufo utomoro awarda anyongo krunen kerinam adonku emay bokendo moyo eridaranye nte oyoko iswa aba me duoboke enyonga nongo mbono wo moto enyonga bere ndutom arinam adai koto Yes I Can project uwe medi mo Samson ntembok nyan kendubre yomi atrero nyang medu we medi mo Samson eso songa kan bangotong asiere